Hey guys, this is Jeff again. On my last video, we talked about buying a greenhouse, trying to get one as cheap as possible. We explored several different options on this, and there's basically three ways of getting a greenhouse. One, buying one from the manufacturer. The second way is building it yourself. And the third way is to buy one that has already been built. We looked at each one of those and decided to find a greenhouse that had already been built and was no longer needed was the cheapest route to go. There's several ways of finding these greenhouses. You can get on Craigslist. You can get on govdeals.com. There's several schools that are selling greenhouses. There's several farm publications that you can subscribe to, and they might have one there. You can also go to like your local co-op, your local feed store. A lot of those have bulletin boards that you can put a note up there that you're looking for a greenhouse, and there's several ways like that that you can find one. It's going to be the cheapest way, I feel, that you can get one. I personally got on Craigslist, and it took a couple of months of searching around on Craigslist. I found quite a few greenhouses, actually. Some of them small, some of them not exactly what I was looking for, because I'm trying to find a commercial sized greenhouse. And finally, after a couple of months, there was a guy about 40 miles from me, put one on Craigslist. And I went down and talked to him about it and looked at it and decided that that was the deal that I was going to take. It was, I paid him $3,800 for it. It's a 129 foot, 2-bay gutter connect greenhouse. And I've gone ahead and put it together. It's, as you can see, it's a pretty good sized greenhouse. And it's got two 22-foot bays in it. And those two 22-foot bays and 129 feet long. I paid the guy $3,800 for it. I feel like that's probably going to be the cheapest way to get a greenhouse, is to find one already been built and buy it that way. There's a lot of these greenhouses are out there. A lot of old tobacco farmers used them. They use these greenhouses to grow their little tobacco plants. The tobacco business kind of has gone down the tubes a little bit, so they're not growing as much as they used to. You can also get on Google Earth, and you can fly over the landscape and spot these greenhouses that are not being used. You might be able to find one that way. Go knock on the door, you know, if you spot one that way. A lot of times these people will say, well, if you'll just get it off my property, you can have it, you know. So there's a lot of ways that you can get one. But I got this 2-bay gutter connect greenhouse for $3,800, and I feel like that's going to be the cheapest way for me to go. And now I'm going to be, in the future videos, we're going to be working on heating systems. We're going to be working on cooling systems. I don't know of any cheap way yet of finding plastic for this thing, but we're going to look. But I don't think we'll find a cheap plastic anywhere unless somebody just gives us some, you know. So this is what we've got for $3,800. A 2-bay gutter connect greenhouse. Each bay is 22 feet wide. It's 129 feet long. And that's what you can do with just $3,800. So stay tuned for the next videos, and maybe you know, who knows, we might have the plastic on it by then.